there've been times where I've gotten threats also, right? Someone sent me a photo of my dad. He's shopping. Not like from Facebook, he's shopping. Like, this is your father, no? You want him to come home, be fucking careful with what you say. I'm like, okay then.
It's like मुझे और appreciation दिखाने का था तेरे को.
ऐसा क्या?
तो
ऐसा होगा. That acceptable.
You don't look like you're from Hyderabad.
Yeah, I'm from Pakistan actually.
ये कटेगा.
No, for real. So I was there was this show on TV called The Great Indian Laughter Challenge.
Oh yeah.
And I was just amazed that you can fucking do this. Like, is this? And I asked my dad, do they get paid for this? And they're like, I think so. They are.
Do you get paid for this?
No, that was a lie. But things you find out first.
So your first show was 1,000 people.
Yeah, 1,000 people, and it's gone so down. My last show was 3 people, man. Like, this was 2 days back. So
that's a reality.
Yeah, it's a 8-year-long reality. I just wanted to do it because I'm on a podcast. And I'm like, listen, I'm making money, okay? It's Starbucks here. I'm too fucking rich. Not from comedy.
Welcome to the pod. We're in the 14th episode of the pod, I guess.
Fuck,
yeah.
14th?
Yeah.
Damn, I don't feel special anymore. I thought I was grand opening or something. Nice, 14th. Very nice. 14, let's go.
14th episode, 7 months in.
Nice.
And let me welcome my guest, Bhavneet over here.
Hello, hi, what's up? Hello.
So,
hello.
Yeah.
2 cameras here.
So, just an intro about Bhavneet. Is a stand-up comedian. He's the first stand-up comedian that I've seen live. So that is some special connection that I have with him. That's the reason why I wanted him on the pod.
Oh, nice.
You're the first person I invited. But again, scheduling issues made you come. You're the second stand-up comedian on the pod.
I'm so busy not being famous. I am terribly busy.
Yeah. So, Bhavneet, give a small intro about yourself. And then I'll give you an intro what the pod is.
Okay. I do stand-up comedy. And that does not pay, so I do marketing. And that does not pay a lot, so I try to get out of it and do stand-up comedy. That's me.
I've started the pod around 6 to 7 months ago.
Okay.
And the whole concept behind this is I like to talk to people who I'm close with. So until now, I've spoken with all my friends.
Right.
And now I've exhausted the list.
Okay.
So I'm now trying to
Damn,
speak
you have
with
13 friends?
13, I would say, let's say acquaintances.
Okay.
I have 13 acquaintances.
All right. Okay.
So I've exhausted them.
Mm-hmm.
And now I'm looking for people that I relate to or I look up to. And that's where you come in.
Okay.
As I told you, you're the first stand-up. I saw you first time at The Joint.
Ah, right. Yes. Golden days.
Yeah.
Good fun, that place.
Yeah. So first open mics, first stand-up. I didn't know, to be honest, I wanted you to make fun of me or, you have that feeling.
Right.
So, first time I बैठ जाओ थोड़ी जनों को नहीं रहता है, but I wanted to sit in the first stand-up.
Right.
So.
And did I pick on you?
I don't think so.
Okay, good.
You were hosting that day, so you picked my whole group.
Okay.
You picked somebody, my friend who wanted to become IAS, you picked on that.
Oh, right. Okay, of course. Yeah, anyone says IAS and they're getting drunk at night, I'm like, bro, come on. Let's be realistic.
The craziest thing is, I found out that he wanted to become an IAS on that day.
Oh, that day?
Yeah.
Fuck. See, comedy shows brings you together. Come to my show. I'll get you married.
So, that's how it started. And this is going to be like a conversation. There's no agenda for me. There's no propaganda that I'm trying to.
Awesome. That's refreshing. Because everywhere else, there is only agenda and propaganda.
Yeah.
So this is nice.
So I want to learn more about the stand-up world. I want to learn more about you, what you're trying to do, and what are your future plans with this, with the stand-up industry. So that's about it.
Nice.
So to start with, what do you want to start with? I actually have a list of backup questions that I prepared.
Oh, great. You started what you thought you should start with. Let me see. That will be fun.
Tell me about
yourself?
No.
Am I being hired right now? Where do I see myself in 5 years? In that building there, hopefully.
So, tell me about your best stand-up experience. Best bit that you've written and the best feedback that you got.
Like that. See, the professional answer would be the best bit that I've written is yet to come.
Okay.
Right? That's how I get hired.
Very diplomatic.
But so far, so anything that I've put out on video, no, I feel that I've done good with that, and that's why I put it out, right? Because I don't I don't do stuff that I don't appreciate. Like my writing formula is, if it makes me laugh, then I'll tell you, right? Okay. And if it's making me laugh, it's the fucking best, right? Because that's how you got to back yourself, right?
Yeah. But again, with the same formula. Sorry to interrupt you, but if it makes you laugh, how are you so sure that will the 10 people laugh? Will the 20 people? Will the 100 people laugh?
I am not sure. I am definitely. That's why we go to open mic. That's why open mics are free.
Okay.
Because I am not sure, but you didn't pay anything, so you have no entitlement, right? So you come and you test. And over the years, I think I have like a small following on Instagram. These are assholes like me only who laugh at the same shit, and we've all come together, and now we are this group who laughs at weird shit that I think about, and that I think is fucking beautiful, right? It is. To have that in life. So. One of my favorite bits that I did, I was telling someone yesterday also, is I wrote about Pakistan. And normally you don't, like, when you write about Pakistan, you're just bashing Pakistan, right? Because we are meant to hate them.
Yeah.
But I wanted to, I realized that they are a little crazy because they do not have South Indians. Right? Like, yeah, that is the logic. Because India has a good balance, right? India has North Indians are crazy. But crazy people get shit done, right? South Indian, they are more diplomatic. They're like, dude, calm the fuck down, right? There is these guys are like, we'll do this. They're like, no, we'll do this, and we meet midway. Yeah. There is no midway, because
everybody's hyper.
Yeah, they're all North Indians. Every Pakistani is a North Indian, right?
Yeah.
And their South is like Punjab and all of that. So imagine Punjabis being the voice of reason anywhere, man. Yeah. That's why the country is messed up. So that was one bit I like. Oh, that's a great observation. That bit I really like.
I love how there's no hate or there's no good or bad to it. It's a very neutral piece.
That's what I like to do. Like, I like to find middle grounds that I think. See, there is world opinions, right? And I cannot fight over do you want pizza with pineapple or without pineapple. I'll probably tell you why pineapple showed up.
Reminds me, we need to have a lunch. So, don't worry guys, this is the first time we're having lunch on the pod.
Oh, nice. That's great.
So, yeah, please.
No, I'm good, man. You have lunch.
Sure.
I'll wait for my coffee, then I'll have lunch.
Alright, we'll have a coffee.
Yeah. It's breakfast technically. I just woke up and I came here.
Yeah, Sunday, man. I woke up at 11 and I started playing something.
Dude, weekdays I wake up at 11. What are you saying? Like Sunday I woke up at 11. That's not a flex. Weekdays I wake up at 11. You know when my office starts? 10:30. So yeah.
You're definitely not getting hired in our company.
No, I'm sure I'm not. Which is why I'm very happy I'm in my company, because they don't see it. They don't see it.
How's the stand-up scene in Hyderabad at the moment? It is relatively very less compared to the metro cities of Bangalore, Mumbai and Delhi.
So the stand-up scene, basically in Bangalore there's about 1,000 comedians. In Delhi there's about 3,000. In Bombay there's about 2,000. In Hyderabad there's about 20.
20? Yeah. Ashok was also mentioning that. Yeah. But 20 is such a small number.
Yeah. But out of 20, 6-7 are like major hits. Mm-hmm. So you get a strike rate is good. Just the number is small. So I think...
so you can say there's a good opportunity for people to come up?
So there's a big booming market right now. One for Telugu stand-up.
Yeah.
Because can you believe there's more movies on Telugu stand-up comedians than Telugu stand-up comedians?
The two.
Yeah. There's one Telugu stand-up comedian like who does it full time, right? And that's about it, man. So there is huge market there, because now we have 2 states, right? Who are gonna laugh. So it's an interstate comic in the same language. So that thing, there is a huge opportunity in stand-up that is like in Hindi and English, which is somehow the standard, right? I don't know how Hindi and English became standard Indian comedy. Yeah. It's the same origin as how vanilla became the standard ice cream, right? Yeah. No one knows. No one knows. But
it's good.
It's good. Debatable. It is good if my teeth is hurting. Or I went to, otherwise you go to Creamstone and you order vanilla ice cream, kya?
Creamstone mein no, you have varieties.
No, anywhere. Like unless you're in train Rajdhani and they're giving you free vanilla ice cream, I will not have vanilla ice cream.
You could say that.
But anyway, coming back to the point, you can become a stand-up comic in Hyderabad provided you are okay with a lot of cancelled shows.
Okay.
Because our crowd right now does not go to a lot of shows that are local, which is why the number is so small. It goes to like the big comic shows who are traveling. And the thing is, those guys, the tickets are pretty expensive. Anyone who's visiting Hyderabad is an A-lister, B-lister. The tickets are $799-ish and above, right? So
that's an elite crowd that you're going.
That's like 4 movies, man, or 2 movies now. Sorry, 2 movies. I'm old. That used to be 7 movies in my time.
Exactly. I remember going at 115 rupees का भी एक ticket में जाता था मैं.
Dude, that was costly for us. We've done 99 rupees, man.
Okay.
We're single screen generation. Yeah.
I'm a multiplex.
Right.
So talking about coming back to this regional stand-up thing. Stand-up is also expanding towards the Andhra Pradesh. We have Vijayawada.
Right.
I've seen some people like
there's a
they did a show, I believe,
Yeah.
in Vijayawada and in Visakhapatnam as well. How are you looking at that state?
Yeah, dude. So I have performed there. They're pretty chill. I think any state that is in distress is in need of comedy, and that state is in distress, bro.
Okay.
Like there is so much. I mean, they don't know where the capital is or how many there are, and they don't know what the future holds. You know, like Hyderabad, Telangana is certain. Okay, it's IT. It's either IT with good roads or bad roads, or IT with religious politics, depending on the party. I'm not naming any party, right? But it's IT only. But there they don't know yet. They don't know what to do.
Very nascent stage.
Yeah. Like we are also very nascent, but luckily we have like a huge IKEA right here. Right? So
not sponsored by IKEA, nor Latinos.
Sponsor them, guys. What the fuck are you doing? So there, like I've noticed, I've performed there so far in my life 6 times. And it's all been...
How's the crowd?
It's great, man.
Is it Telugu majority?
Yeah, it's hardcore Telugu. It's proper Telugu, but...
you don't perform in Telugu?
I have bits in Telugu. I can switch them to Telugu if I need. But usually I've noticed that Telugu people are chill that way. Where if you give them 5 lines in Telugu, they're like, fuck it up, you speak 1 hour in Hindi, we are good. You've acknowledged, we acknowledge, let's go. Do your material. So that is there. So that is across both states, I've noticed. I don't know how the 2 states will grow over the next 20 years, but otherwise the crowd over there, I think, is more enthusiastic than here.
Damn.
Yeah. Like at least...
But it's a once in a lifetime event for them. यहाँ पे तो like every weekend एक ना एक तो local event होता रहता है.
Right. So no, that is changing. Like Vijayawada has an active comedy scene now. Okay. Not as active as Hyderabad maybe, but it's on the map. Like if people are coming to Hyderabad, they do 2 shows here on a Saturday. And they're like, Friday if we come, we can do Vijayawada and come here. So they do Friday Vijayawada. So that's how cities go in parcel, right? For a comic, a weekend needs to break even. Or make money on the weekend. Those are your money days. So if you can't sell 6 shows in Hyderabad, you do 2 here. You say, how far is Vijayawada? Like 5 years. Okay, Sunday we'll put 1 in Vijayawada. How far is Warangal? Okay, 1 over there. So that's how that works.
Warangal?
Yeah, I performed in Warangal.
Oh, damn.
Yeah. The crowd, that was like when, we thought lockdown ended and it came again, that between time, that's when I performed in Warangal.
Okay.
So half of Hyderabad was there. They were all working from home. So it was Hyderabad crowd only, just that we had to go 1 hour to see them instead of them coming 1 hour to see us.
So taking this segue as Hindi, Telugu and English kind of comedy, where are you originally from? What is you don't look like you're from Hyderabad.
Yeah, I'm from Pakistan actually.
Ye kadega.
No, for real. Like, so my mom's side is 3rd generation in Hyderabad. My dad's side is from Bombay.
Okay.
I am Punjabi. And we used to stay in Pakistan before the partition. Right? Because...
Are you joking or is
No,
it?
for real. I mean, before the partition, it was India back then.
Okay.
So you could stay there, like legally. Right? The Punjab got cut into 2, right? In the partition. And we were on that side of the border. And... my great grandparents of both sides were there, And then they both just started walking, and they walked till they heard languages they couldn't understand. And they're like, maybe these fuckers won't fight. And they stopped because people who were speaking Hindi were fighting.
Yeah.
So my parents side stopped when they heard Marathi. And my mom's side stopped when they heard Telugu. Like, yeah, these places are safe. Let's settle here.
So you've been raised in Hyderabad?
Yeah, I was born in Bombay. We moved here when I was 3 and that's it. I've been in Hyderabad through and through.
You're an Hyderabadi?
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
So I identify as
Where did this stand-up bug come in? When was this initial? The first time you performed, or where did it start?
So I was, there was this show on TV called The Great Indian Laughter Challenge.
Oh, yeah.
That was it, man. I saw it for the first time. Like, what is
Suman.
this? Huh?
Suman, na? Uska
Shekhar
judge.
Suman.
Shekhar
Suman was the judge. And I was just amazed that you can fucking do this. Like, is this? And I asked my dad, do they get paid for this? And then like, I think so. They are
do you get paid for this?
No, that was a lie. But some things you find out in hindsight only.
Yeah.
So I'm like, fuck, what is this? This is crazy. And then I went to school, and I'm not the sports person, not the brightest kid in class, just like proper. I have a bit about this also, where I say I'm a middle bencher. I'm not the first bencher. So I don't get the attention or the marks. And that's majority of us, right? And I just went and I told one of the bits that I saw to a friend, and the amount of attention I got, people are laughing. I'm like, fuck, this shit is magic.
The attention is
I
amazing.
I need to do this, man, because imagine you say something and these people you don't know, they cannot control an emotion from inside them, right? That's fucking beautiful.
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay.
It's like you're a magician. It almost feels like magic.
Yeah, it does, because it's real also, this one.
Yeah.
So it's better than magic, I say. Right? And this shit happens, and there was this thing in Hyderabad, across the country only, Horlicks biscuits. Yeah, you remember that? Yeah.
What is that?
So it was like...
Am I too old or too millennial for this?
You were not in Hyderabad, no? It's for CBSE people.
Okay.
I'm SSC, okay? yeah. It was for school kids. Let's not make it about CBSE, as CBSE people usually make it about themselves. But Horlicks Biscuits was this inter-school competition, right? Where they'd bring all the schools together and they would have like 70, 80 activities. So in that, there was a stand-up thing. And everything else from my school was filled up. Right? Painting, dancing, this thing. Stand-up, no one, I'm like, I'll do stand-up. And I went and I did that. You know this place called, what is that?
Shilpa Kala Vedika.
No, Satya Sai Nigamagamam. Yeah, that's in Srinagar Colony.
Srinagar Colony,
1100 capacity. Right? There were 1100 students there. They put me on stage. Dude, I smashed it, man. I am not even kidding. I still have goosebumps thinking about it, right?
So your first show was 1,000 people.
Yeah, 1,000 people. And it's gone so down. My last show was 3 people, man. Like, this was 2 days back. So
that's a reality check.
Yeah, it's a 8-year-long reality. So I'm like, fuck, I need to do this. And since then, like, if there was anything to do with a stage and a mic, I started getting on. Then when the stage bifurcated, I used to be a journalist, right? So I was posted in Vijayawada, and I went there happily thinking, okay, new state, I'll be new journalist. Everyone's new, I'm new, and nothing was new. I was new. That's it. City was new. And no offense to the people of Vijayawada, but man, the weather there sucks, man. Oh God.
So sultry.
It's like God had a personal problem with that city, and they gave them that weather. Are you from Vijayawada?
I was in Guntur for 4, 5,
See,
7
Guntur
years.
is okay. That's what I'm saying. No, Guntur is what? 30 kilometers away, and that is all right. There is this special hatred with this 40 square kilometers of area where, the hills surround it, the river flows through it. All beautiful things, hills, rivers, and they fuck it up. Because the humidity, it gets trapped, you can't, and the weather is so bad. Dude, I broke. Like, I was there for 6 months and I couldn't take the city anymore. I was living in the fucking penthouse like an idiot.
Oh my God.
Because who knew, right?
Yeah.
And like, what a cheap house. I wonder why ground floor is 15,000 and this 3,000. I found out. Because Vijayawada summers.
Yeah,
right? And 47 degrees, and I broke, and I decided, fuck it, I'm gonna quit this thing and do stand-up full time. In 6 months, I'll be viral. Because I had seen some YouTube
this
videos.
This was which year?
14.
14
and yeah. So like, fuck it, I'll do it. And I quit everything. I came back, I did it. I didn't go viral. I continued doing it. And here we are.
2014 is when I finished my 10,000 good.
Don't make me feel old, okay? I didn't travel an hour to be made. I came at 10th meta. Yeah, so that's where the stand-up bug became the cancer that it is.
So what is Bhavneet now when you remove stand-up? What do you do other than that?
Other than stand-up,
Other than stand-up, how is it? About your personal life.
Oh, personal
What do you work?
oh dude, if you tell me to do nothing, I'll just lie down. Honestly, that's my favorite activity. But I fucking love to cook, man. I think that's the closest I get to
I think I've
a
seen it on your
stage.
Instagram.
Yeah. And Indian cooking, or say Italian. None of this American, European nonsense, where you put it in the oven and then it's cooking by itself. That's not, Indian cooking. I like it because it's the closest you get to a stage without being on stage. It's a live performance. There needs to be timing because if the onions 5 minutes, 7 minutes, two different dishes.
Exactly.
Right?
Exactly.
This much cut, that much cut, two different dishes. Right? It completely changes. So I fucking.
You
love to
mentioned
cook.
Italian. I was listening to this podcast. Kumar Varun ka Random Music.
Right.
Usme Biswa was there. Biswa. They were talking about food, and he mentioned how Indian cuisine is very more closer to Italian. Like it is, if you find some international cuisine which is closer to Indian, it should be Italian. Apparently.
Nah, I disagree. It's Mexican, dude. We use the same shit.
Acha, spices,
We have chutneys. We have rajma. Dude, we have rajma. Which other country is making rajma, bro?
Okay.
Just two countries. That's why you eat California burrito. You're like, see, their format is
bana
wrong. Their format is wrong, but taste I understand. It is something that I
Rajma chawal, roti, वो लोग दाल में
Raita also is in there. So I think it is Mexicans the closest probably. Italian I like because there also is performance, very precision, and that's one thing I fucking love about the Italian. Oh, there's coffee is here. 1 second.
Coffee is here.
Talk about Italians. Hello. You explain the address now. 1 second, Anna.
So बढ़िया man. So who is your favorite stand-up comedian internationally or nationally? Like who do you look up to? There must be someone.
Look up, as in there is this thing. There is there are people you learn to. There are people you want to be. There are people you learn from. There are people you want to be, and then there are people that you are. Right? And that is
You are what you are. You are Bhavneet.
Yeah. I mean, not like one of those Adidas logos, but in terms of reference only, there are people that you see and you're like, maybe I am this. So the most I've learned from, there's a stand-up comedian called Brian Regan,
Okay.
right? And I fucking grew up as in stand-up. I grew up watching this guy because I understood the kind of shit he was doing. And a lot of my comedy is inspired from his tricks and techniques. And it's just my spin on it. Let's go. Coffee's here. Thank you so much. Yes.
Can I just?
Yeah, dude. That is yours. The one with the milk.
Yeah.
And that would be mine. Thank you.
Do we need this?
Nah. I'm good. Like, you tell me.
So Brian Regan's.
1 second. I can't look like an idiot while talking about my favorite comedian. Do I just put that?
Yeah. Leave it. I will leave it off.
हाँ ठीक है.
Thanks to you, I'm having Starbucks for the fucking first time.
Really?
Yeah.
You'll hate it. I promise you. I just wanted to do it because I'm on a podcast and I'm like, listen, I'm making money, okay? There's Starbucks here. I'm too fucking rich. Not from comedy.
The moment of truth.
Yeah, let's go.
हाँ मैं घर में भी बना सकता हूँ.
Exactly. That is how our parents have fucked us up, you know. We don't look at good things and we are like, wow, that's amazing. like, तो घर पे बन जाता है.
मम्मी Starbucks चाहिए. Starbucks
Yeah.
घर पे भी मिलता है.
The Starbucks at home. There's a small filter coffee.
That's even better than this.
Yeah, that's right.
We should have actually कुछ black coffee नीचे बना के we should have gotten it.
No, so that's another thing. No, that is, I'm one of those assholes who's very particular about coffee.
Okay.
So I have invested 2.1 lakhs into coffee equipment.
The espresso machine.
Yeah, I have an espresso. I can make just based on the equipment I have at home, I can make 192 different coffee beverages. Right? And I've only made 30 so far. So I'm on this journey.
Yo, man, that's
yeah,
great. You should journal it. Are you journaling it?
Yeah.
Fuck yeah. So, I've seen these coffee machines on Instagram. My reels, like they make these beautiful cinematic videos of this. Like it's every time that comes up. When they do this,
Right.
When they put that filter in, I'm like waiting. Are iska kaisa nikal raha hai? Uska kaisa nikal raha hai?
Right.
So fucking fascinating.
Yeah, dude. It's so the snobbery is same level as the snobbery that wine people have. It's the same level. Like you drink coffee, it tastes like coffee, right? I can tell the hints of citrus in this. I feel a nuttiness. It's coming from the cocoa it's been aged with. Yeah, I can do that shit. So, yeah, that's why.
So you can write the copy down every coffee beverage.
Yeah, pretty much.
And it costed you 2.2 lakh.
I mean, a lot of things came together. Like the machine itself was 40K. Then the attachments to make that machine a mega monster, they were another 25K. Then, do you know about coffee? You can have a shit coffee machine, but a fantastic coffee grinder. And then that changes the game.
Grinder, just a grinder.
And when I say grinder, like we know that mixie grinder, no? Like a blade. So if you hit coffee with a blade, it loses a lot of its flavor. So coffee grinders, chakki? Chakki. What is
Crushers.
That? So yeah, 2 layers and then you crush in between. So these those are called burr grinders, right? So they are like burr grinders and they fucking grind coffee. And if you change the grind size by little also, the taste of the coffee changes.
I mean, isn't it like just one soft? It's soft, right? It's like...
See, I just told you I spent 2 lakhs. It's not. It's not. So every coffee has a different... The one that you are having is like very fine, like talc consistency, and then it's extracted. The one that I'm having is a pour over. So it is a coarser coffee. जिसके ऊपर you put water and then you let it drip down. So...
Oh fuck!
It's a rabbit.
Maybe see, I like coffee. So maybe someday I'll get that machine as well.
No, you eventually will. I'm telling you. Let 30 come, that midlife crisis. You're like, I'm a barista now.
Dude, what is this? Everybody in the 30s that I know on Instagram have gotten the coffee machines.
Yeah. People go crazy, man. 30s are difficult. You're like, oh fuck, I might die.
5 years. 5 years to go for my crisis to begin.
No, I think it's not the number per se, but around 30, 31, no, is when you are, for the first time, you come face to face with your mortality a little bit. Where, like in your 20s, anything hurts, the hurting stops. In your 30s, it hurts, you go to doctor, like, yeah, now you have to manage this hurt. You're like, oh, fuck.
You take this with you for the rest of your life.
Right.
This is your baggage.
Right. And no, so it's not the baggage part. It's the rest of your life part that comes into perspective. Like, oh, there's a rest of your life. And that is when you're like, fuck, life is short. Got to do shit. I'm going to Vietnam. I'm buying a coffee machine, So it's that. It is not. So that's why people like age is just a number. Yes, but physical pain, knee pain is a pain. It is not a number. So
you're trying to advise me that कुछ भी करना है, do it in the next 5 years. I'm 25. I'll be 25 next month.
You're 25 next month? Fuck, dude. I wish I was 25. But I'd still be... So that's the beauty. No matter what I tell you, you'll still do the same stupid shit you're going to do, right? You're like, I will not sleep on Sunday. I will do podcast. So you will do podcast, right? So there's nothing that I'll say that can change it. And that's the beauty, because your fuck-ups right now will make you the...
man that I am tomorrow.
Okay. We'll settle for that. I was going to say that asshole that you're going to be, but this is much better. Yeah, this is yeah.
So, I had this feeling yesterday. Do you get this feeling as well? Because we're talking about something about our midlife crisis and all. So, it's the weekend, right? I came home at 7:30, office ke baad. By the time I was scrolling through reels for 1.5 hours until 9:30. Then it was time for my dinner. I had dinner. Then again, still I'm sitting on watching something, reading something. And at the end of that 11 o'clock, I feel like, अरे कुछ नहीं किया मैंने आज. It's although it's weekend, she tells me to, it's your weekend, just live a little fucking.
Right.
I was like, अरे मुझे वो edit करना है. I need to edit this reel. I said,
right.
Do you get that same thing how do you deal with that? This is something that I wanted to talk with everybody. I want to understand everybody's perspective
Okay.
on this guilt that you feel when you're trying to enjoy your weekends. Is the exact sentence I could put it.
Dude, I have guilt enjoying this coffee right now, and I'm not even kidding. I think it's partially from where we come from. You know, we come from our parents, and our parents were a generation who've just seen like crazy shit, man. Like, do you know, in our parent generation, and I'm not talking like crazy shit in terms of personal life, in terms of the country only, they like bomb blast randomly. You know, suddenly bank coming, they're taking car and going. So they're like, oh, no car, no, now auto. You know, like they come from this place of fear. And growing up, we've all grown up with that fear only because they put it in us. They're like, dude, be careful. People are out there to fuck you over. Have you heard this from your parents? Yeah. It's not like, it is like that. Yeah, some people are out there to fuck you over because that's their job. Right? Yeah. So they're like, this is a great profession. The first time I saw corn stars, you know, some shit like that.
Yeah.
And they became those people, right? So we are raised by a generation that was terrified. So as a result, we'll be the generation that will live in guilt. And as a result, we'll raise a generation that will be taught that you shouldn't be scared or guilty. And as a result, there'll be a generation of assholes who are entitled, standing out of fucking sunroofs on Cretas in traffic, going, hey, shut the fuck up, bitch. Like, you know what I mean? So and that's the problem. That is why we have the guilt.
So the seed was already sown by our grandfathers.
Correct. That's best. Blame it on your ancestors. And that's how I deal with it.
So your only solution is to not have kids.
No, man. Why would you? Great. Why would you have kids?
Exactly.
Yeah. Have you seen the world? See, water is ending. Karnataka, Tamil Nadu have like 3 glasses of water left. Okay, they fight every year. Yeah. They're like, there's 3 glasses only. What are we gonna do?
Have you seen how expensive it is to raise a kid? Have you seen how expensive UKG is? LKG.
You're not understanding.
And now it's primary, there is pre-LKG.
You know why though? You know why it is expensive, right? Because the resources are going, man. Like they are gone. Like only the expensive places will pay the teachers enough to afford water in 20 years. You get it? And that's how your kids will get. And in this world, right? There was no snow in Kashmir this year.
Yeah, this time.
Skiers went there, they did rock climbing and came back. You get it? That's how bad. Why would you do that to someone who's not even born? You know, why would you put them in this what? See, some people will do it. Most people will do it. But you become a vegan with your genitals. Say, I will not give birth to kids.
My dad loses his shit when I say this. I want to go child free.
Yeah.
He loses like, how about our generation? Hamara naam kahan jayega?
Correct.
Where is the family ka name badana hai?
Right. No, see, that's a problem in families that think they have a name. My dad, I told him like, fantastic. Hamara to kya hi naam hai. Let's just take it easy. I think you are enough. We are good. We are happy. So
we started with our international stand-up comedy and we ended up with talking about our future expansion.
That's what coffee does. Starbucks, please sponsor us.
So yeah,
Brian Regan.
Yeah.
So Brian Regan, I learned a lot of shit from Brian Regan. I think that's guy's very cool. A lot of what I do is inspired from Brian Regan's style, and now I do my takes on it, and it's mixed. So off late, in between there's a space where I fucking love Louis C.K. man. Oh my god, what is bits? And then that again artist debate started. I'm like, fuck it. So now
I feel so alien from this conversation because of the little generation gap. The kind of international stand-up comedians I'm exposed to,
which are
Andrew Schulz, Matt Rife.
Right.
So the reels, you could say.
I like these guys too. But eventually, you know what? Once you're watching specials, once you're watching solos, you'll realize how fucking good these guys are. Where Bill Burr has this bit, right, where he's talking about going to a story like, you guys have it so easy. You guys can just click and there's porn right there. In my generation, we had to drive to a DVD store, and that's the bit, right? How you used to drive. And in between, he just drops a bit casually, which a Matt Rife or a Schulz would have made a reel about and put it. He just drops it in between. And you drive in this car that had only one airbag, remember? And you crash and you're like, oh, thank God I'm alive. My family! You know, and then it just moves part. It's just video. So that's how genius they are, where you look at stand-up as a longer format, you see how it is layered by these good guys, by these guys who do it very nicely, and eventually you'll get there. Reels are just to get you, and that's why I'm not shitting on comics who put out reels, because that's the only way to sell tickets right now.
Yeah, right now.
We are all fucking goldfish right now. We're like 8 seconds. No, fuck off. I don't. They've given us this. Get the fuck out of here.
I think it's 3 seconds. I think the attention span is
yeah, it's 3 seconds. Goldfish are more than us, right?
Yeah.
So it's to sell tickets, and that's completely cool. But eventually, don't judge them by just the reel. Go to the show. You'll see layering there, because some comics fantastic on reels. Their shows, you're like, oh my god, like that's a criticism Matt Riff gets a lot.
Okay.
Yeah, internationally. I haven't watched him live.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think I could say the same. We love Andrew Schulz. We love his crowd work.
He's dope, dude.
Yeah.
He's
and
amazing.
then I saw Flagrant, his special.
Right.
It's
Flagrant
not
is a
that
podcast.
great.
Flagrant is his podcast.
No, it's a stand-up special and also a podcast. He has a special. Is it Flagrant? Okay, you don't have a phone. Okay. I think, he had a special on YouTube, or I think it's Flagrant only.
There are
it's
two
podcast.
special. The latest one that he put out, right? Where
He sold this on his own website.
Correct. No, I don't think it's called Flagrant.
Okay. Oh yeah, it's his
But
podcast.
yeah, you watched, you didn't like it.
I didn't enjoy it as much as I loved his crowd works or his reels, his
Right.
short form content.
Right.
So I think what you said is a clear testament to what it is.
Correct. But I was not shitting on Charles, man. Charles is absolutely
yeah,
great.
as a-
It's just that that's what happens. No, one is a comic that you like. A person. You're an artist. You're a musician or whatever. One is the art you want to do. One is the art the world is ready to pay you for.
Okay.
Right? And for Schultz, the art that he wants to do is probably tell jokes. But the art the world wants to pay him for is his crowd work. Right? I fucking wanted to be a stand-up for the longest period of time. I don't make money in stand-up. It is like, I do, not as much, not as often. Right? I don't want to do writing. But I get fucking paid for my writing. My entire life is built on me typing some shit. Right? So that is something I've understood like in this year, where this is what I want to make money of, but the world wants me to pay for this. Right? So that's the same with Charles.
hard
That's
truth.
the same with them. Yes. It's with any artist. And some people, they are terrible, right? They're just terrible. So many famous people, they're just awful. Right? But you're like, the world just wants to pay them for this, man. They just like this, they want to pay them for this. You look at this guy like, why is he a superstar? Right? I'm talking beyond stand-up. Like, who this? Why? Because the world wants to pay them for it. And that just...
I've seen Dave Chappelle's. See, I understand people put Dave Chappelle on a pedestal,
Right.
saying he's a very good stand-up comedian. His shows are amazing. You can watch it thrice, twice, 100 times. But for some reason, I could not connect. I could not sit to the whole Dave Chappelle show.
Which one did you try watching?
The latest one.
The last one. Have you watched his older stuff?
That's the reason I tried it. I tried watching it because he's such a great stand-up comedian. But for some reason, I could just not sit through it.
That's completely fair, because see, stand-up is as personal as it gets, right? It's all subjective. But the thing about Dave Chappelle is his older specials, he used to be a comic where he was like bombastic, and then he went away for 10 years, right? This big,
Yeah, it was a
everyone
long
knows
break.
the Chappelle story, right?
Yeah.
And when he came back, and people were now fans of Dave Chappelle, right? They wanted to hear what he had to say, what he wanted to say. And they're like, fuck the jokes, it's fine, he'll make us laugh some point, but we just want to hear this guy. The guy's fantastic.
So it's the fans sticking around until the end.
Not the fan, people became fans after his new shit, like a lot of them. So people just wanted to pay him to hear him.
Okay.
You
Okay,
get it? Yeah. So it's that they just want to hear him. And at this point, they don't want his jokes. At this point, like Zakir, at this point, people are like, his jokes, okay, if he adds a joke, doesn't matter. If he makes us cry, doesn't matter.
But I want to hear the
a
story.
Right? His story is what I will go for fucking anywhere in the world. I think Jimmy Carr is in India right now. Zakir Khan sells tickets higher than Jimmy Carr's price. Right?
Wow.
And people go because they want the story. Right? And that's what he's built. That is his fucking testimony. And that's not taking away anything from the fact that how funny he is. He is funny. But if tomorrow he says, I'm only going to tell a story, not be funny, people will still, nothing will change. Yeah. Because for a story. However, tomorrow he says, I just want to be funny. I don't know. Right? Or I just want to make you cry. I don't know. I will not do a story. People will lose their shit. So
you're gonna, so you have to make a genre for yourself.
Pretty much. Pretty much. And the most honest way to do it, like the easiest way to do it, is do what makes you laugh. Because in your own head, you're this asshole, right? Now all of us are these assholes. And that's what they tell musicians also. Just do what you feel like playing. That won't pay you. Then, but you do it enough, one time you'll do what people like and pakad ke fir then start doing that.
So we have this various genres in stand-up. We have observational. We have many things that I've learned from Comic Stand.
Right.
That was the first time I heard that there's genres.
Yeah, that's very good. Comic Stand was very educational that way for the audience.
Yes, for the audience. So जब मैं सोचा कि अच्छा एक script होता है, मतलब एक play के you can make people laugh by play.
Right.
There's crowd work and all this stuff. Well, where do you fall and where is your how does it just explain what that is a little bit? Where is your genre?
I don't know, man. When I started, I thought I was the smart one, telling smart lines, doing smart shit. Then I realized there are people smarter than me. So I'm like, I don't want to do it. And when I'm being smart, people don't laugh. They're like, oh, that's so smart. But I don't want them to do that. And I think there was one show where I was talking. There was this bit about misunderstanding porn, right? And I saw people laughing from their belly. These are called belly laughs, right?
Yeah.
Where they've lost it. They are not laughing because it's a joke, or they're not applauding because they like. They are just gone. They are like, oh fuck, bro. You know, like just tears coming out.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh fuck, that is nice.
With the Salman Khan's laugh.
Yeah, correct. Where they don't know why they're doing. Like it's out of their control. And that I realized for me happens when I do silly shit. Right. Most of my things right now, if I analyze them, it is silly stuff.
The silly stuff comes from crowd work, if I'm not wrong.
No,
Majority?
not crowd work. Like that, I'm okay with. I don't mind crowd work at all because I'm good at it.
Exactly.
That
was my segue to it. But you're amazing at crowd work.
Thank you.
So I love that. Just watch his shows. Come to his open mics. At least start with open mics. That's how I got introduced.
Yeah.
So your crowd work is amazing because you were hosting that day.
Yeah.
And host has this. I understand. I could feel the responsibility I had to pull the whole crowd together.
Right.
Even though that guy bombed. The next one, you have no idea how it is.
Yeah.
So it's crazy what
I've
you
had
did
people tell me that funny is okay, you are very likable. I'm like, what the fuck does that mean? So yeah, so crowd work I don't mind at all. That I really like. But the terms of when I write bits, it is just misunderstanding shit and putting a observational twist. So I'll say silly observational stuff. Like this joke that I do is about this accident prone area. You've seen the board, right?
Yeah.
Do you slow down for it?
No.
Yeah.
I'll go off the accelerator.
Yeah. No, I drive faster because I'm like, accidents happen in this area. I need to get the fuck out of here. Right? I think that is why it became an accident prone area because they put the board over there. Before that, everyone was fine. We say, get the fuck out of here. You know, it's that. It's just like observing some shit, putting a silly take on it, and that's most of what I try to do now. Because people are like, oh fuck, that is so stupid, man. Yeah.
Nice. So you've been in Bangalore. You've been doing shows at Bangalore.
Yeah.
These days. How's the difference with Bangalore? I mean, Bangalore definitely has a crazy comedy scene.
Yeah, the crowd is trained, bro.
Oh,
They've seen so many shows. Like they're here. Weekend plans are you either go eat like 3 kg rice with meat, right? Or you go theater and do Jai Balaya.
Yeah.
Right? And there.
So this is a very casual event for them. Stand up in Hyderabad is like one of the other.
Correct. We'll try this today.
Chalo.
हंसे
तो नहीं तो but वहाँ पे गए तो
you know how people in Hyderabad both stand up there ఏదో అవుతుంది చూసి వస్తాం ఒకసారి నచ్చకపోతే రామ్ next time ఇంకేంది that's it right it's just
bro you can speak Telugu
I can read and write Telugu bro how else should I go to Vijayawada yeah exactly
I know but it's just weird
3 months I started learning Kannada also by the way
it's weird to listen it's weird to talk to you in Telugu now fuck okay I was not prepared you just thrown my whole game off now
see this is what I do in Vijayawada people are like let's go
you see like you spoke 2 minutes in Telugu I'm like okay done
Hindi abhi whatever you want to say
bolo kuch bhi so
Bangalore audience is trained there's this entire street in Koramangala where there's like 5 to 7 venues and 3 of them are like full-fledged comedy clubs and every day there are shows so people just walk they're like okay who's here who's there we'll see and come and it's part of the culture over there in Koramangala
it's like bar hopping like comedy show hopping
exactly Exactly. People get drunk. This 11:30 shows when the bars close. People come and there's a heckler's night. Where so the audience there knows what a show is. Anyone who's coming to a show has probably watched at least 5 shows like that, or they've come with someone who's watched enough shows. So the audience there knows the concept of a comedy show. Whereas in Hyderabad, most of the times we start off with how many of you have watched comedy shows. Everyone raises the hand and we say live, and all the hands go down because they think YouTube is comedy show, right? And
YouTube is the best parts of the comedy show.
Correct. So here a lot of this thing is educating also. The host ka first 5 minutes goes, we'll tell a joke, don't take offense, blah 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 blah, disclaimers and all that, so that they get come. There you can just go start off. Like I've seen hosts in Bangalore, they go on stage, they're like, all right, let's get started. I'm having a bad day, bit starts, right? And the audience is right there. Here you have to warm them up, like who's having a bad day, just like bring in the energy, will bounce up. So that's one major difference I've seen.
Talking about this warm-up thing, I'll let you continue because I'll forget.
Go on.
I was watching Wake and Bake, Rohan Joshi's special. And I thought like he'll come onto the stage and he'll just say, okay, hi and all, but he's just like, hi, I'm Rohan Joshi, I'm 38 years old, and he just starts off with his bit. So it just felt a little bit off for me. Like,
so most of these taped specials have an opening act, no? The opening act does all of that. So that the person comes and they can just start off.
Okay.
That's the point of the opening act, to warm up the crowd. It is that sometimes the opening acts are so bad. You have to go rescue your own show. And I have done that for some acts too, right? When I used to be opening act, I fucked up some shows, okay? Because you're learning, that's a part of that deal. So
who did you open to in Hyderabad? Any big names? Any big names?
Zakir. Okay. I opened for Zakir, I opened for Mehta, I opened for Biswa, I opened for Danny. A lot of...
Danny who?
Daniel Fernandez.
Okay.
So all these people I opened for in Hyderabad. This was long back. This was when... So around 3 years into comedy, you have this confidence, right? I'm the best. These fuckers know nothing. I'll open. Crowd will forget them. Come for me. Nothing. Because you do 5 minutes, then the main guy who they came for, paid thousands of bucks, is slaying for an hour. So there, in the opening act, the trip is at the end of 1 hour, 1,000 people you opened. If 2 come and say, he was nice, but you were great, that means you did a good job for at least 2 people to remember them after 60 minutes of that, right? So, that's pretty cool.
That's crazy. Talking about you hecklers. Any heckler experience?
Yeah, so many. Occupational hazard.
just give out a few things. Just some instances.
Good, like funny heckles or life-threatening heckle?
There'll be life-threatening
heckle. Yeah. There's one bit that I used to do. A little religious, my fault only now. At this, I have to say it.
Borderline sensitive.
Yeah. And I was doing my religion only. People got pissed off. Because they also were my religion. Normally, I'm not used to that in Hyderabad. So this lady comes on stage and says, "What's my collar?" And she's like, "What did you say?" I'm like, "Joke." I'm still saying it. Still trying to be funny. You know that Chris Rock moment, right? He had no idea what to do. I'm just like, because you don't expect this to happen. You expect to hear a sound and like, no, fuck you. And you used to call her. I'm like, how do I react? And she's like, if my brothers were here, they'd beat you up. I'm like, go call them quickly. I'll leave till then. No one laughed. Obviously. And the audience, they were not laughing because they were having an amazing time. They're like, we came for a comedy show. This is fantastic. Right?
We love drama.
They love drama masala. Like, I don't know, some podcast where some comic only says, when you go to the zoo where they're feeding the crocodile, you are not there for the crocodile. You are there for the one day where the crocodile catches the hand, right? So this day, the crocodile caught the hand. And they are looking at that. So no one came to help, assholes. They are just sitting there. And then some waiter came here like, you have problem? You take it outside. So she said, I'll wait outside. So I said, cool. I went from the back door. And I stopped doing bits. So that fucking scarred me. Since then, I've been very careful with what I do. And that's how the silly thing. Because when I started, I was doing religious content, political content, being edgy, shock value in this thing. And I realized it's
not worth backlash.
I mean, as cowardly as it sounds, I do have, like, there have been times where I've gotten threats also, right? Someone sent me a photo of my dad. He's shopping. Not like from Facebook, he's shopping. Like, this is your father, no? You want him to come home, be fucking careful with what you say. I'm like, okay then. Have you seen drive slow, accident prone area? So that's where the transition happened. I'm like,
Okay.
I'll do silly shit.
Nice segue.
Doesn't matter. Yeah. Because see, comics right now, they don't have this, like you are known, people know you, but you can't afford security. So till I can afford, say, 40 bouncers, I'm not gonna go back to that form of comedy, right? Where 40 bouncers, I say this shit, I leave the country, fuck off. Right?
And India, mein, it's so hard being edgy a little bit.
It is.
It doesn't just have to be stand up.
Because India is the only country where we have this thing called sentiments, which are religious, political, regional, sometimes
basically
professional.
anything other than your life.
Correct. And sentiment is such a loose term, no? It can be fit into anything, right? So it gets very tricky. Like for all you know, what I'm saying right now, I'm good for now.
Okay.
For all you know, what I'm saying right now might hurt some sentiments. Right? And I'll be fucked. And you will be fucked, bro. They're like, podcast. You want to do podcast. So
You know what happened? So I do this small segment. I have another vertical in the pod called the Pod Weekly, which is where me and my colleague Prerna,
Okay.
we sit down every Friday and we just talk about news. Like we take five new topics from news and we just comment about it. So at that time, nothing religious or something like that, but we spoke something 18 plus, something sexual, etc. And I got a message because see, I'm shooting from my office.
Right.
I'm using my company's name as a, sponsored by or powered by visual hash. So my CEO told me, see, your content is good, everything is good. But I've been told from people, I don't know who these people are, that थोड़ा वो edgy content कम करो. Like,
that's how you know you're fucked, you know. When someone comes in, dude, what you're doing is great. Yeah. Fuck off. That's that.
Nobody's doing like you do.
If that comes in the first part of the sentence, it's not a good sentence. That comes in the second part of the sentence, you're good. You're getting the promotion. Comes the first, you're fucked.
so I got the feedback. I felt kind of proud that okay, see, somebody's recognizing the value. I mean, कोई सुन रहा है यहाँ पे. So I'm happy that somebody's actually listening. But yeah, I don't know if I should control it or something like that. Any advice would you want to
Dude,
give?
my advice is talk about how there are speed breakers on roads. if you like love your family and you want to like grow old and all of that, that's like a great strategy. If you're there are crazies also, there's no denying that, you know, there's fucking Kunal Kamra is there who like I die. Right? He does not give a fuck. He
was the king shit when he was on peak at the top of his performance.
So you know what he's done? He's put himself in so much limelight right now that if something happens to him, you're like, I know who did it.
Yeah.
You know? And not all of us are going to enter that limelight. So you will get killed, no one will know. And I'm not talking just one party. Any side of the political spectrum, any side of the religious spectrum, it is tricky. So the best way to do it is not do it. unless you have a lot of money. Right? Because the rich never die in riots.
Yeah.
Never. Have you noticed the riots always happen in poor areas only? Right? Global warming does not happen to the rich. Right? And if it does also, you can take your plane and get the fuck out of here. Thailand is a great place, visa free. You know? So, yeah. Don't. And sometimes, you know, people be edgy just for being edgy. You know, they'll say shit like, oh, so dowry. Why? If you have a good, unique thought, they take dowry, no? Everyone knows this. Get a unique take on it and then it becomes edgy. So, talking about that does not make you edgy. Like fucking beer biceps, right?
Oh my god.
There is no fucking perspective there. You get it. Like if you add some perspective, you add a layer to it, that's when talk about it. Otherwise, shut the fuck up, man. Like, why do you want to make it unpleasant for everyone?
sex
So it is that. But there's been good heckling incidents also, pretty fun. Yeah, cut all of this out, okay?
Yeah. It was, I think, Ali, when you guys used to do open mics, I was there as well. You might have recognized the friends that I come with. They come every Monday.
Right.
So you guys I've already commented that, you know, हाँ तुम लोग अभी आ गए फिर से.
Right.
So first time I was there and I spoke with this last time with Ashok as well. I didn't realize that open mics where you're trying to judge or your content based on our laughs. I thought you wanted to hear my feedback. So every time somebody performed, I was like, ye bit acha hai, acha, your crowd, ye crowd log acha. And then which I explained, I said, don't say that. You're embarrassing everybody. Just shut the fuck up. Bas haso aur khamosh baitho. So that was like,
yeah, I mean, so if you're able to say that was nice, it wasn't nice.
huh.
If it was nice, you'd be laughing, right?
I mean, I was laughing and yet I wanted to. It's like मुझे और appreciation दिखाने का था तेरे को.
ऐसा क्या?
You
तो
done.
ऐसा उड़ाने का. That acceptable.
But yeah.
So the one nice heckling experience had happened. 2 months back, I was performing in the street. Shout out the street comedy club.
Yeah.
All 3 of you watching. So I have this bit where you cannot talk about anything. You cannot punch up because they'll punch you back harder. So I punch down because it's very difficult for poor people to file a case on you. Right? So I fuck around with people on the signal. Right? That's what I do. Like I give them money, then I fuck around with them. And an audience member said, like we are doing with your show.
Oh fuck.
Room went off. Room went off. And dude, I had no comeback because honestly he was right. So I'm like, yeah.
I'm so envious of such people.
You win, I lose. Can we move on? Because at that point, if you go and you try to come up with something, but it will not work.
Yeah.
Right? They've reached a pinnacle. Your only job is to take
Then
it on
the
the
child
chin.
fight
Yeah.
again.
And once you take it, no, that's what happens. If you take, unless you don't have a better comeback, just shut the fuck up and take it. Because the audience is like, this guy's got the vibe. You know, where
You can take it.
You've seen comment sections on Instagram?
Yeah.
This guy gets it. This guy matches the vibe. Pass the vibe check. At that point, you just got to be that guy. Like, fine, it's my show. But then after that, you cannot let it become that fucker's show. And honestly, I've been doing it 8 years. You just had one laugh today. Right? In 5 minutes, you're going to say some shit that's going to be unfunny. Right? Always back the audience to say one funny shit. And after that, that's it. They've peaked there. I've written my shit and come now. So you're gonna say something unfunny and that is your moment. That's when you come back and you're like, Abhi ho gaya. You had one, we all laughed. No, I told no you won. No, shut the fuck up and sit. And that's when you get the crowd back. So.
Jimmy Carr ka ek video hai. It's a very famous video. It's like, your jokes are not funny. And then he waits for his moment.
Yeah.
He builds up to that and then he bashes him. So.
Jimmy Carr is a master of that.
Oh
bro.
my god, yeah.
Putting people down.
Any Indian stand-up comedians who you think? See, this is like a recommendation section for people as well.
Recommendation,
like,
okay. Then I won't name the famous ones because you already know, everyone knows. I think hands down the best Indian stand-up comic is Kanan Gill. No fucking doubt.
Fuck man, everybody sees that.
Dude, have you
it's
watched
great.
his
Yeah,
new
yeah.
special?
I've read Keep It Real and the other one, the next
that
2 hours
just
special.
came out, yeah.
Fuck, it's so good.
Dude, it's like you're not even watching. See, that's how Indians compliment. It's not even Indian. You know, it does not feel like an dude. It's the guy is amazing, man. I don't know, like
He has so many premises. He has so many items that he can just pick out of air. Like,
yeah. And the way he does it is also original. There's a bit of sketch in between. So Kanan Gill, fucking genius, hands down the best. I didn't think I'd be saying that when I was watching pretentious movie reviews because at that point everyone like Biswa is the writer. And Biswa is amazing. Biswa is amazing, right? But Kanan is something else only, man. Like the way he's put together is special, fucking beautiful to watch.
and until the moment I watched Keep It Real, I loved Biswa because of his how
I still love
open he
Biswa.
is. Yeah,
There's a bit that Biswa does, you know, where like someone is like, मैं कोहली का fan है, and someone like, पर मैं तो धोनी का fan है. Then Biswa goes, लौड़े तू दोनों का भी हो सकता है. Right? So that applies here very nicely. Where I'll fucking like, but like in terms of craft, no.
I just heard Biswa's voice in my head, like, तू लौड़े दोनों का भी हो सकता है.
But Kanan Gill, this new special, I'm still in awe of it because I didn't pay for it on Paytm because as a comic, I'm not paying to see comedy. So he put it for free. I watched it for free. Yeah. That was very good. But people that you don't know and you should check out, one is Akash Mehta, definitely.
Akash Mehta, yeah, this Comic Stan, yes.
No, that's Akash Gupta. And that is Akash Mehta's first joke also. That you come to my show thinking I'm the other Mehta. I'm the other Akash. So yeah, definitely check out Akash Mehta. He's fucking
Just give me some
fantastic.
I might have heard any.
He's got 3 specials out, dude. Just look him up, Akash Mehta. It's called Kuch Bhi Mehta on Insta.
Okay, I think I have a faint memory, but yes.
That's why underground recommendations. Who else? You should. I'm sure you know Manik Mana. You heard of Manik Mana? Then check out Manik Mana. He's good. There is this guy from Bangalore called Kel Shrestha. He's fucking fantastic. There's another guy from Bangalore who I've been watching recently. I didn't watch a lot of his shit before. Called Gautam Govindan. He's fucking hilarious. Yeah, and then watch me.
Of course.
that I. Yeah, these are underrated people that I think you should watch. There's a few more that I can't think of right now. Manik Mana, I told Manik Mana, no? Who else is there? Karunesh Talwar, to you have to watch Karunesh Talwar. Devesh Dikshit is fucking fantastic in terms of storytelling. There's a lot of right now. No, we've hit like 10 years of comedy in India, approximately 10-12 years old. The scene is in India proper. And you're starting to see who the greats are gonna be. Eventually in 30 years. Someone told me that stand-up, the time in stand-up is how old you are as a stand-up comic, right? So now India is a teenager in the scene, right? And it will mature and it'll get perspective. And even now, even the greatest one, except for Kanan in this last special, the greatest one you see, you're still like, this is a bit. Whereas you watch a Bill Burr and like he's just talking, right? So that magic comes with years, right? Where he's just talking and you're losing. But it's constructed. Bill Burr is not just talking. Louis C.K. is not just talking. Every fucking thing is calculated, but you can't tell. You can't tell where, what, and so that will get there. And you're starting to see who's gonna get there.
I've seen a Bill Burr a bit a few days ago, and then this was after I spoke with Ashok. He also said his favorite comic was Bill Burr. So I was like, who is it? Then I said, "Acha, yeah, he was in movies as well."
Right, yeah.
Then I was like, "Acha, iska podcast bhi hai. Acha, iska shows itne bade shows hai." Then I was like, "Okay, fuck, it's good. It's
Which Bill Burr bit did you watch?
Don't remember. It was on Reels mein.
Okay, see again Reels. Go on Netflix and watch Paper Tiger by Bill Burr.
Paper Tiger.
Yeah, watch Paper Tiger. Watch live at Red Rocks, and then judge Bill Burr.
Yeah, I think I should.
Bill Burr needed my shout out to get his
So if a person wants to start stand-up comedy today in Hyderabad, what I've heard is that you guys have a group where you have open mics at 12 p.m. and you put in like this.
Yeah.
Other than that, let's say before he gets onto a stage, how can he prepare? Because this is because
he
of
or
my friend.
she.
He or
they.
Sorry.
Okay.
Sorry.
It's for everyone.
Sorry. My friend he said he wanted to start, but he wants to do it in Telugu. I was like, I don't know. Because I gave a very ill advice because I don't know how many Telugu comics are there. Now that you say that it's popping up, it's one still, but you said it's a good demand right now.
Dude, it's amazing. The Telugu stand-up comedians that we have, they are very new to comedy only. Like they're 6 months in. And honestly, 6 months in, your jokes are not going to be great. They're going to be trash only. They're going to be just about shit everyone knows. But they sell out and people lose it. Because you know how we watch Sacred Games? Because you're like, wow, this is Hollywood but in Hindi. The season 1, not 2.
Yeah.
Season 2 was trash.
Yeah,
Season 1, you watch it like that. So right now, Telugu audience is experiencing that with stand-up comedy. And if you get in now, they are very forgiving. They are very on board with you. So if you want to start Telugu stand-up comedy, get in now. You learn. The audience is giving you the leeway because once they see these stand-up comics who are doing it right now for 6, 7, 8 months, once they hit the 2-3 year mark, they are gonna get good. And once Telugu audience sees good stand-up comedy in there, your chances are fucked. With every passing year, why do you think Hindi and English stand-up comedians are struggling? Because audience has seen Biswa and Kanan. Now I am the idiot. You get it. It becomes more and more difficult. Like if there is a Tata, why would you buy a fucking MG, right? And I'm not even MG. I'm probably Nano at this. I'm an auto. Okay. Right? So right now you can be the, if you want to get in right now. And the other question you asked was, how do you prepare for it? You don't. I mean, write some jokes. No, just know where in your this thing the jokes are.
Where the chuckle
in your act, just go, because a lot of people, they watch movies and come to do stand-up. They don't watch stand-up and come to do. And in movies, what happens? Hero gets drunk, starts bitching about life problem, and someone in audience, then stand-up. That's not how it works. That's just a director's brain working. That's not how stand-up works, right? So just know where your jokes are. right? Let's say you're talking about whatever, you're talking about your ex only. Ex, this is the joke. So that if this does not work, you know the next one is over here or the next one is over here. So that's the only thing to keep in mind. The rest, comedy will humble you and then
open
make you
mics.
the asshole that you become.
And then open mics.
And then
just
open mics,
get on
yeah.
open mics.
That's it. Just do as many open
grind your
mics.
content.
Yeah. No one will give a fuck about you. Then one day you will kill, and someone will be like, one person will be like, oh, how did you do that? You know? And then long story.
Yeah, I mean,
But
yeah.
Don't
it's
leave your job for it, is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've heard that a lot. So, any shows that you want to plug in before we get to the end of the conversation? Because, see, I never know the end of the conversation. Is it when I run out of topics, or is it when ab kya baat kar rahe?
It's probably next time just put an alarm, I think, in your podcast. Like how Amitabh Bachchan does not know when to end KBC, right? Hooter baj gaya, oh, finish, go home, everyone go, right? So just have one of those, or you can just signal her, you know. You can just signal her, yeah. You can just signal her. Oh, time, it's done. Oh, we got to close now. I got to go somewhere.
Oh,
you know? yeah. Next show, we got next show coming in. So it has to be something like that. But yeah, if you see Bhavneet live anywhere, just come to the show. It is going to be funny. Nothing controversial, nothing offensive. We all love our parents, right? So hey, what the fuck?
वो कटेगा.
That is also controversial. क्यों कटेगा?
अब कुछ बोलो नहीं, मैं इडली के करो.
I'll redo this. Okay.
Yes.
Bhavneet live, come for that. You shut up, okay? Anywhere you see it, you can come for the show. It will mostly be in Hindi. There will be some English. And if you are Telugu, then there will be Telugu also.
Follow him on Instagram. That's where you'll get updates. And we forgot we have this tradition on the pod where the guest from the previous episode asks a question to the next guest. So
Irrespective of who the guest is.
Exactly. It's a very generic
What
question.
was Ashok's question?
I have to call him and ask.
Oh, fuck, you forgot.
I forgot.
Oh, great. Okay.
He didn't ask me, so technically. Achha, let's keep this rolling, huh? Shall we call him from your mobile? Is that okay?
He won't pick up my calls.
This is fine.
Let us keep rolling.
Great. It's a very well organized podcast, this. Everything is planned.
So we have this tradition. It's not like you already know this, but
No, I like surprised.
oh my god! So we have this tradition.
Oh, wow. What is it? Tell me more.
So we have this tradition. So we have this tradition on the pod where.
You have just mentioned it for the
Okay.
He's gonna do it for the sixth. Wait and watch.
So we. So we have this tradition on the pod where the guest from the previous episode asks a question to the next guest, and last week we had Ashok, who had a question that we cannot reveal on camera. So the question that I wanted to tell you: would you prefer pineapple on a pizza or just a normal topping? Do you like pineapple on a pizza?
Yeah, I don't mind it at all.
But it's sweet.
Yeah.
Pizza and sweet, how?
See,
It's so weird. Just to think about having a pineapple, a sweetness as a topping.
So here's the thing. Anyone who says that
Has not
has
tried it.
never had roasted pineapple. Okay?
I did not.
So go home, take pineapple, put it on a barbecue.
Okay.
Right on coal, butter it, put it on the barbecue, flip it, eat it. You'll be like, what the fuck is this? Put that on a pizza and eat it.
So you're assuming the viewers are gonna have a coal barbecue in their house, or you're gonna tell them?
I do, so I just assume. Yeah, but no, I don't mind it, dude. See, that's the thing. I'm a foodie, right? So
Yeah.
I like experiencing taste. I think sweetness rounds up any dish. So it depends what else is there on the pizza. And I don't mind it at all.
So you're gonna be on Masterchef.
Dude, I auditioned for it, you know.
What?
Not even kidding,
Oh,
dude.
talking about
Yeah. I did. I got rejected.
Bro, I love that show.
Yeah.
I love that
dude,
show.
I fucking love it too, man. I went for the audition. They asked me where is dish from. I said YouTube. They're like, go back. This had to be original. I'm like, I learned this. So yeah, in Masterchef, you don't just need to cook well. You need to cook originally. You can't do like in stand-up. I can't go do Zakir's bit. I'm like, see, I did it nicely, no, but like, so yeah.
Dude, there's a very interesting clip. Pakistan Masterchef or kuch kitchen chef. There's a girl, she brings
Biryani. I'm like, great biryani. Like, yeah, I love that hotel too.
So for the people who have not watched the clip, what happens is there's 3 judges and this auditions chal raha hai, and this woman, she brings up. Have you seen the clip? Yeah. So this woman brings up a box of biryani and she's like, I should have cooked it and come. Like, it's fucking crazy. Dude, इतना drama है वो show में.
Yeah, dude. Anything with Pakistan is drama, bro. It's too much fun.
She hooked me on to it. I watched one episode randomly because somebody else was watching, and then like, next 2 days I was binging it. So I was like 6-7 episodes a day. अब खाते हुए मैं देख रहा हूँ.
Yeah.
I'm assuming he's making some cheese, blah blah blah. I'm eating papavanam.
Yeah. But in your head, it matches, right?
It matches.
That's just how it works, man.
What a fucking show.
Yeah.
Are you going to audition again?
No. I realized I have one hobby which I fail in regularly. I can't have 2 of those.
I think it's good to end the podcast on food topic.
My question to the next person.
You should not reveal it. It should be because everybody's gonna. The next guest is gonna know this.
Oh, so cut it when I say the next
Okay,
question.
yeah.
So my question to them is, cut! Yeah, what a show! Play end credits.
So yeah, I think. Any thoughts on the podcast? Is this your first podcast, or have you?
5th or 6th one.
Oh.
Yeah.
But how is the experience when compared to other podcasts?
Yeah, it was great. You guys gave me pizza. I really enjoyed the pizza.
And you had made me drink the first Starbucks.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Sponsor them.
My sponsor, I forgot. I need to mention my company's name in the beginning.
Bench, it's not over.
Yeah. Visual Ash, thank you so much for giving us the space.
Yeah, much appreciated. Great space.
Yeah. Great view. We have
Fantastic.
the IT industry of Hyderabad looking towards us.
Yeah. And a furniture shop is what?
Some shit.
Great space is ringing.
Anyway, I think that's at the end of the podcast. Bye.
Bye bye.